Okay, welcome back, everybody. As you can see by the title, by the thumbnail, we're doing a quick market recap. You can see the executions are still fresh, and I took 2 trades this morning, making a grand total of around $5,000 profit on the day. So as you can see, we had one loss and one win. So I'm about to go through these trades, explain to you my analysis, why I took them, and also how you can take trades like this as well. So let's go ahead and break it down. So first off, I'm going to start on the daily time frame. The reason being, the daily is the most influential time frame on the intraday. So you want to check that out first and foremost. So I always start my days, start my weeks on the daily time frame, and occasionally I'll even hop to the weekly time frame. So today it was Monday. We had bullish price going into the session, and already by our session, we had already passed this all-time high. So we had already made a new all-time high by the time we even started New York session. So if we zoom into the 4-hour, we can see that even clearer. And I'm going to rewind to the 10 a.m. candle. So you can see by 10 a.m., we were already trading above the all-time high. So my bias at this point was bullish. So I didn't know where I was going to get my entry from, but I knew price was likely to continue up, and it did. Dropping down into the intraday timeframes, on the 1-hour, I was looking at the 1-hour, but there weren't really any significant PD arrays, any fair value gaps, nothing of that nature. We were just super premium. And then on the 15-minute, I did notice we left a couple things. So let me go ahead and delete all of these markups so we can start fresh. And you can see kind of what I was looking at in the moment. So as we can see, 9:30 open. This is when we get on the charts for New York session. So we had the opening bell, and I was waiting for this order block to get created here. So I was waiting for this order block to get created. It does, but just barely. So I want to wait for more structure. So I do that. So we wait for more structure. And as you can see at this point, we do have this bullish order block. And we have also left behind a bullish fair value gap right here. Now, initially, I was thinking, oh, price might come down into here and we can find a buy off this level, or on this order block, price may come to one of these levels, the order block or the mean threshold, and offer a buy from there. However, by the time we priced this in, by the time we actually closed this 15-minute candle, it was clear that we were probably going to continue up before coming back all the way down here. So I decided to wait a little bit further. So we wait a couple more candles, and I see that price is kind of topping out right here. So I'm going to go ahead and rewind one candle just so we can go step by step here. But I saw price was kind of topping out. So I was thinking at this point, either I can take a sell back down to a discount level, or we're going to be buying off of this 15-minute fair value gap. So I marked out this 15-minute fair value gap, and I was looking for buys off of this level at this point. And if it didn't offer buys here, I was also looking for buys at the 50% level of this price leg. So either of these two areas. But let's go ahead and drop down into the 1-minute time frame, see what plays out. And you can see that price has already sort of tapped that 15-minute fair value gap. As you see, it trades down into there. And at this point, I'm actually looking for a buy, and I actually do take a buy simply because we have this order block right here. But the thing about this buy, and the reason why it did end up being a losing trade, which I'm about to tell you after we go through this trade. So the reason I took this was we had that 15-minute fair value gap. We were respecting consequent encroachment, and we also had this order block as well. So I was looking at these two things to take this buy. In hindsight, really should have waited for discount, really should have waited for full confirmation on the 1 minute, but I did want to give this a chance. So let's play this out. And you could see we are quickly stopped out on this position. So this was my first attempt at a buy today. And after this, I realized what I didn't wait for discount, and I also didn't wait for confirmation. So I was like, okay, we're going to wait to see what happens once we reach into a actual discount. Price reaches into a discount, and we start retracing. So I'm thinking, okay, it might come here and it might want to turn this into an inverted fair value gap and use this fair value gap here. So I actually started not looking for a sell, but kind of measuring out the risk, seeing what the stop loss would be. And I was waiting for it to come into that fair value gap. It does, and it inverts it right away. So at this point, I see the change in the state of delivery being that fair value gap, and I'm also seeing us displace above this swing high right here. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to wait for the displacement. I'm going to wait for us to come above here and then go back down into this fair value gap, and then I'm going to take my buy. But after waiting for that for 20 to 30 seconds, I really just decided that I was going to get in on the IFEG. So the stop loss was right below this IFEG candle, and my entry was right around here. And then I decided to target a standard deviation of 2.5. So I drew out my standard deviation. So I targeted a standard deviation of 2.5. So right around here. And then I was going to hold for 3, but it did not really get there quick enough for my liking. So I decided to just take profit there. So let's see how this plays out. Beautiful IFEG, beautiful respect off of that equilibrium level. So let's see it. And you can see price quickly goes to target. Beautiful example of a nice buy today with the IFEG setup and with the 15-minute equilibrium level, and also a great example of why to wait for confirmation and also a discounted level. So even though we had this nice displacement here, we had an order block that lined up with this 15-minute fair value gap. Truth is, we did not have a displacement. We did not even have a change in the state of delivery yet. Maybe a slight close beyond that fair value gap, but no sort of displacement like this. So all in all, really good insights for today. If you guys have not been joining us on the live streams, be sure to. I'm live every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern here on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications for that. Also, let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and hop in the free Discord so you can also take trades like this with us. We had several people in the market with us this morning taking buys as well. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and have a blessed day.